right. Hey, everybody. Let me just fix that. I don't know why that was off center, but there we go. It is Friday night. Hooray, Friday. I will tell you I'm going to be slightly distracted, but I'll keep you posted. I am watching and keeping a close eye on the baseball game right now. My Cleveland Guardians are up against the New York Yankees in Game 4 of the American League Championship Series in Major League Baseball. And currently, New York Yankees lead the series 2-1 after a very dramatic end to the game last night with a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th, which was awesome. And so now I'm hoping that the Guardians can pull it even and win again tonight to send it to Game 5. So we'll see where it goes, but I'll keep you posted in terms of score and everything else. Of course, I can't stream the audio broadcast because, as you probably would hear in the commercials or in the announcements during the matches or during the games, any rebroadcast or distribution without express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. So there we are. So I won't be doing that. But we're playing Satisfactory again, night number 2 of doing this. We should be night number 3, but we did have a little bit of a shift up. I said on Thursday night's stream last week, there's a possibility I was going to have to miss Friday's stream, which ended up being correct because I was still at my daughter's swim meet, so that's that. But here we are, night number 2. This is a game brought to you by Wrath 1000. Wrath, thank you so much for gifting me this game and allowing me to watch my life just disappear in front of my eyes. It is incredibly addicting for me, and I love it. It's fantastic, and you can actually see Wrath's name right there. He came on and was taking a look at things about a week ago and then signed off. But when you sign off in somebody else's server, your guy just sits down and drinks coffee. It's fantastic. Matter of fact, let's go visit Mr. Wrath. Of course, I'm gonna bring myself a cup of coffee. And he's this way. So we're gonna take a hypertube. All right, morning, Vahooty. You get to see we're going on our way to visit Mr. Wrath 1000, who is in World here. Well, he's not. He was in World a week ago when I was showing him around, and my world after he showed me his world and made me feel puny and horrible at this game because theirs is ridiculous. But we're going to go over and say thank you to his player who's sitting in World. He's right around where my cursor is right now, so we're just going to head over there. Take one more tube. Whee! Just hyper tubing around. The world is beautiful, I will tell you, in Satisfactory. And you can really do just about anything you want. And it's a lot to explore. I have not explored very much of it yet. All right, here we go. Where did he go? Oh, over here. There he is. Very nice cup. Cup of Joe. Thank you, Wrath. I appreciate you. This game is amazing. All right. I'm actually going to hit the print screen button as well. Save that. And hit my button here. Where is my... There we go. That was not what I wanted to do. I think I just created a clip of something I didn't need. This is why I can't have nice things. All right, and here we go. Are we good? We're good. All right. Oh, damn it. One more time. I'm actually going to do this like an advertisement here. Thank you so much, Wrath, for everything you've done and for gifting me this. Really appreciate it. You are fantastic. So thank you. So you're also my first clip. There we go. All right, clip created. Hooray, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and move along. So we'll leave Wrath where he's at. So Vahooty, how you been now that I'm gonna head on back to my main base? Tired? I always wonder, is this still the end of your day, or is this like, are you like a third shifter, or is this like the beginning of your day, something you do before you go to work? I'm always curious on that of like, I know it's early morning for you over there in Finland, but I'm always curious, like, am I catching you at the beginning or the beginning of a long day or the end of a long day? I'm always curious on that. I'm a very nosy individual, apparently. I so need to fix this, by the way. So I'm going to fix it now. I've been meaning to do this so that I can actually just have it be a direct flight, so it'll just fly in, and I can slow down to exit if I want to. I'll check the alignment here. Still a bit off. It's going to square it up. That should be good. I'm going to switch my wheel over here so I can just do that. All right, now I'm going to try this again. So the goal is you can slow down to exit if you want to, or you can just let it ride and it'll just fly you into the next tube. So it acts as like one solid tube. You don't have to intervene or get stuck between tubes. Okay, and we're going to slow down and reverse course. That should be far enough. And I'll try it the other direction. So we're coming up on our break point here, and let's see if it flies me into the next tube. No hands. Drilled it. Okay. We're going to change direction and see if it works the opposite way, although I might not have enough because it's not downhill. Might not pick up enough head speed, but we'll see. Look, Ma, no hands. Oh, that way it didn't work. Boo. Maybe I just didn't get a head speed up. All right, that's fine. Either way. Let's carry on. I'll mess around with that later. So you see I'm getting some radiation damage as I go past, just a little bit, as I go past that those uranium deposits. I do not have radiation suits yet. However, I do have toxic gas mask, so I can go into the green areas and survive, so that's good. The green fogs, which we'll see here momentarily. I've got some hard drives research that I've been doing. Got an alternate quick wire cable, which is quick wire and residual rubber, which then creates the cable, or an alternate for iron wire, which will give me my wire, which is copper wire. But you can actually make it from iron ingot, so that that would give me another purpose for that. That's kind of tough. I'm going to rescan it. Haha, I like this one better. So here I can do an alternate for the circuit boards. Should normally be the copper roll and the plastic. And here it's for 4 plastic and 2 copper for 1. And here it would actually make it 7 of them for 10 plastic and 30 criterium. Additionally, I could do for a high-speed connector, instead of 1 high-speed connector, which would be 2 circuit boards, the 25 silica and the 60 criterium or quick wire criterium. It would be 56, so less criterium, or it'd be 4 more criterium than the standard of the criterium wire. And the standard is 10 cable. This would be 25 silica. That would be a slightly faster production rate. That's kind of garbage, so I'm going to go with this one. Okay, and let's throw another hard drive in the mix. Let me go grab one out of my box. Boop. I did not mean to do that. Okay, and that'll start the 10-minute timer there. Okay, and we'll come back. So I just got done I ordered LEGO Speed Champions Koenigsegg Jesco. Nice. That is exciting. Congratulations. So I just experimented with my first time doing a blueprint. And I made a blueprint of and I actually already realized after I had logged, because I was in a hurry to get my daughter to swim practice, that I forgot to finish the interior catwalk of it. But the blueprints are pretty phenomenal, and I'm going to see if I can edit the blueprint. But they're pretty amazing, and makes building much simpler for certain types of combined builds. This one is a 4 refinery oil refinery that gets rid of the byproduct that comes off that you don't necessarily always need, which is the polymer waste, and it just puts it into an automated the awesome sink. Well, it gives me my fuel, which I'm going to need a lot of in order to power my power plants that I just built a few of them. So let's go take a look at that. I am going to need a few things before I go over there, because I'm going to need some pipe. So let's go take a look at what I need for pipe. Okay, I'm going to need to I have plastic over there, but I'm going to probably need some copper roll maybe. I've got enough motors for now. Well, I might need to come back for more motors. I might grab another stack of motors, and I should be good also on my heavy modular frames. So it should be good there. I'm going to need some buffers should be good on buffer material, the industrial fluid buffers. Should be good to go there. And I'm going to grab some Carterium wire because I'm going to put some lights in and just see how that goes as well. I think that should do it for me. Let's take a look at my overall inventory, just kind of see where we're at. Got some stuff in a little bit of disarray here, so move that coffee back. And I'm going to change that because I'm not going to be doing wire hopping today. So I can do some scanning. I'm good on ammo. I'm just kind of just running through my little checklist of what I have, make sure that I'm in good shape. Yeah, so I'm going to grab another roll of Carterium wire. I'm also going to grab another bag of concrete. I was going to grab another thing of plastic, or at least fill that top that stack off. Okay, good there, good there. That's looking good. Yeah, we're solid there. All right, so copper roll, 1 stack. Gotta go put my coffee cup back as well. I'm gonna keep those down by the rubbers. Okay. Just gonna put some of those steel plates back as well. There we have some. I've been a little bit obsessed with trying to get things resorted. I got my cases all kerfuffled there for a while, so I was just getting things straightened out. And just check. These are my quick drops. Okay, so I've got some coal here. These are my quick drops when I need to drop like an entire inventory and then come back and have it all here, not really organized, just so I can grab it. So that's there as well. And I need to go grab some motors. So we're going to go over here to my first full warehouse. It's right up there with the Creative Constructs color scheme. It's also very inspired by Ohio State Buckeyes, because you know I'm a Buckeye fan. And we're going to go in now. So here's my warehouse. Okay. And then I've got it identifying what each stack is on each one. So we've got our reinforced steel beams, or enhanced encased industrial beams. That's what it is. Smart plates, plastic, the rubber, the steel pipe, stators, and motors. Now, I will tell you, I do have things semi-shut down right now, so a lot of my manufacturing is offline because I did run into a slight power problem. I wasn't paying attention, and my fuel got interrupted, and then everything shut down. So I'm building in buffer space for that now, or buffer fuel, to make sure I have more than enough. So I've got my motors. so my power plants are over here off in the distance. Coal power in the front. I have biomass power up here. This was my first ever power plant. And then I have coal back there. And now I just got fuel power plant. And so that's where we're going to be going is I did 2 fuel power plants. So my first one is over here, and it's generating a good amount of power, right? I've got some refineries that are creating the fuel, and all of that, and then the actual fuel power plants. Let me go over here. Yes, I know I need to elevate some of these conveyor belts so that I can walk around better, but this is what it is. So I've got these 4. So these are my 4 fuel-based power plants. And I've been maxing out my oil from my one location. So it's kind of teetering here. It should have a higher flow rate to keep it pumping along. And so what you're going to see when you look at the power scheme is you're going to see my power profiles all over the place. I don't want this much variability. That's scary. That's why I ran out. This is much higher than what it was. It was down around like 2,500, so you can kind of see the max consumption. I tripped it a few times, and as soon as it trips, the fuse blows, and you're dead in the water, especially when that same, and one of the flaws in my design is that same power feeds the mine or the extractors that pull the fuel out and send it to here. So then you're pretty much dead and you have to shut things down. So that's what I've done temporarily. Now I've started injecting buffers a lot more. So they'll build up a reserve that if you're running a little bit low, it'll smooth things out and keep it consistent. But you can see these little indicators here. There's not enough fuel running into these power plants. So I've got 8 power plants, or actually 12 power plants over here. And you can see this should be cranked all the way out here, and that should be very full, not really thin between each of these rings. The rings should actually be very spaced apart. And so what ends up happening when you get it like that, as you can see, those power plants down at the end have the sticks are red instead of green, and they keep going kind of back and forth between green and red and yellow, and that means that they're not delivering consistent power. So I went over and put some extractors in at a new location, a new oil location for crude oil, and I ran it over here, and then this is my blueprint building. So this entire building is kind of pre-packaged. I designed it, and then I saved it as a blueprint. So it's a quad oil fuel refinery. So like I can actually rebuild this and everything inside of it just with this blueprint. And it'll tell me there, you can see on the screen, all of the mats that I need in order to do this. So that's where that's at. So this is the back side of the facility here, where the output is this little tube right here. And I can hit that pipe. So you can kind of see what that looks like. And now I'm going to kind of go around. It's very self-contained. Also back here on the back side, all the way up at the top, that's the power input for the entire facility. We'll go around to the front. I might add some windows eventually, but for right now, I kind of just like this idea about like the mystery box, right? The Borg cube sitting in the middle of the desert. So then if I do switch this up from oil ever, I can also, the refineries also have a way to take in hard content if you're going to use like your slag or your remnants to make things, or if you need to add plastic, depending on what type of refinement you're going to be doing, that's there, and you just have to hook it in a belt to it to drive it. And then this is the import pipe that brings it in. So let's go inside. Uh-oh. And my door is below grade, so that's not good. There we go, I got in by crouching. So this is the inside. So I have 4 refineries. Okay. And then here's the pipes, and then this goes to that output port right here. Let's go up onto the catwalk. And then also when you create these, it produces that polymer resin, as I mentioned, right? This polymer resin is waste from the process. You can use it to create plastic and rubber and some other materials, which is great, but it backs up and everything else. So sometimes you just want it to go away. And so I have it set to go to an awesome sink, which basically just grinds it up and gives me like a form of currency. So that's great. And it gives me the fuel. So it's not running right now because I haven't hooked it all up yet. I just built it right before the stream, like a couple hours before I had to take my daughter to swim practice. So it's sitting here, and there's 4 of these, right? So here's all 4 of them. I do need to get the exchange some tickets so I can get railings here to keep it safe. But you can kind of see what that looks like. Now, I'm going to go over to the other side here in a moment. And here is the awesome sink, as I mentioned. So it's going to kick out the bottom, come out. There's that little bump out there that brings it up to this level, grinds into here and goes. Now, also in here, you can see I have power structure built in so that it's all tapped in. So all I have to do is hit the one pipe, or the one there's the power rod out there, and that'll feed in through this wall and then distribute out to the entire upper perimeter to go down there. Now, I do need to make a cross catwalk to go across to the other side. Here is the other side where it comes in. So here's the fuel, comes in from underground over there and comes